Okay, so today we're doing another flight on the VR. So here we are. Gonna try to do the same thing, kind of talk while I'm flying, and I increased the sound of the headphones on the VR, and it's a little bit loud, but I guess I'll fix that later because I can barely hear myself talking. But I think that'll be fine. So again, the idea is to try to fly with muscle memory and try to make sure that I can correct when I'm flying backwards, and I want to make sure that I make my circles the size that I want and the amplitude that I want. So this is a mix of making sure that I can both move in one side and the other. There you go, that's a crash. So that's what I need to practice. And I'm gonna need to practice on both sides. So on this side as well. So let's see how smooth I can fly. So I got there confused, of course, and that's the idea. That's what I need to practice. I need to make sure that, you know, what's the direction that I need to pull and push each of the sticks to make sure that I go in the direction that I want. When I'm able to do that, that's when I'm gonna start flying this orientation for real. Because, you know, right now I'm very uncomfortable because I've seen what happens. You know, I'm just following the momentum. I'm not really controlling where I want to be, right? I'm just following the momentum. I really need to make sure that I can push and pull on the direction that I need to correct so that I can get always the same constant altitude and direction. If I'm going too low, you know, incline it a little bit more to the other side, and so on and so forth, right? That's what I want. So I'm trying to focus hard on it, but I'm at the same trying to unfocus and forcing myself to speak so that, you know, I'm trying to get this burned into my muscle memory and not into conscious memory of, okay, this is what I need to do. I need to push the sticks this side, and oh, it's doing that, so I really need that. So I need my fingers to do that without me thinking too much about it. So that's what I'm gonna be training on. So I know that this is kind of boring, but this is what I need to do to train to get better. And now let's try in the oops in the other direction I was gonna say. Okay, so let's try in the other direction. So I was doing them this direction now and this direction, which is I can see that that's my weakest side. Can control it a little bit better moving on the other direction. The idea is not to make blazing fast hurricanes or anything. The idea is to make it consistent. You know, I want to make the helicopter be banked at the same incline, which means that I need to play with both sides of the aileron, and I need to push the tail on the right side, on the right speed as well, to be able to have a good amplitude on the circle, on the circuit. So that's the idea. So I'm just gonna be practicing and practicing and practicing these until I get it, and hopefully, you know, I can fly more confidently next time. I actually pick up my models. But this should help. Whoops. I lost orientation there for a bit. Let's see where I'm at. Okay. Okay, what do I want to do? I had to be quiet a little bit because I was thinking hard, trying to understand what to do to recover so that it wouldn't crash and what I wanted to do next. So let's see. Let's do some figure eights. That's also going to help to, whoops, whoops. It's also going to help with that, banking in the right direction. Yeah, that looked more like a funnel. And I'm starting to get quiet because I'm really having to think about what I'm doing. But as time moves on, I hope to have this drill down to be able to just, move in the direction that I want. And the idea is to recover and not crash. Of course, I crashed again. Okay, well, that's the idea. Well, I hope that you guys enjoy this content and it helps you to give you a little bit of ideas on how to practice. And hope that you stick with me during this process and hopefully you'll get to see something much better when I start flying for real. Of course, I first need to make sure that I have that confidence that I know that I'm doing these movements the right way. Because if not, then I'm just not going to want to do it for real. And this is the key, the key is to make sure that you're confident enough so that if something goes wrong, you can actually recover. Okay, so let's just do a little bit of flip practice. And again, because I don't have timer, I don't know how long I've been at this, and I've probably been too long for a video and making it a long video. So, oops. So thank you very much, and that's something that shouldn't happen. Probably killed someone, but this is good that I'm on the sim. So I'm just trying to keep the pirouette going and control the helicopter while pirouetting so that I can get it back to center and continue practicing. Okay. So I've got long ways to go until I can control these piro flips. But, oh well. Well, if you're watching until now, so thank you very much. And I guess see you next time.